I nailed that. I think I nailed that pretty good. Yay. I have stress every time. I'm like, please time this correctly. I beg you, Tuggs. I beg you. And I think I did it pretty well this time. We're learning, friends. We are learning. I'm going to try and hold on. What is happening here? Let me just fix this real quick. I bumped into my computer and just, there we go. That's a little better. We're getting better. We're getting better. I'm going to try and talk slower this week. I was a little nervous last week, a little nervous this week. But we're going to talk slower. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Happy Wednesday. Hello, everybody. Let's see. Crash Mondo was first. Hi, Mondo. Nick is here. Hokies is here. Holocron was here. Hello. I hope you have a good night, Holocron. Let's see. I have to behave. Well, Hokies, one of us has to behave, so you would be great. Let's see. We got Steven, Corey, Chris is here, Sarah is here, Sassy is here. Hi, Tara. What's up, my fellow word I can't say on YouTube? Shh. Hi, Denise. We're going to call you Denise from now on. That's your new name. Mountain Mutt is also here. Keck is here. Craig is here. We won't bite too hard. Don't bite. LTD is here. My room looks different. Yeah. I'm moving in 3 days out of this house into our travel trailer. So I'll talk about this again at the end of the stream, just as a reminder. But I don't know how much streaming we're going to be doing over the next week for sure. Like once Saturday hits and our trailer gets here, it's going to be like we're hitting the ground running and moving out of the house into the trailer. So next week, Extra Girl may be doing Poor Choices alone. Next week, we may be switching spots. It'll depend on how well my internet gets set up and how the desk I buy fits. Like it's just going to be logistics for the next week, possibly two, but we'll keep you updated. My Instagram will have posts, I'm sure, my stories. My Twitter, I'll post stuff, I'm sure. Also tonight, I am drinking a margarita in honor of Jimmy Buffett, who I still am pretending did not die. So there's that. It's sparkly, as you can see. It's delicious. Let's see. Hi, Jonathan. I see you. Hi, Eddie. How dare you misgender me? Denise. D-nice. Interesting title. Oh, the stream. You just wait. It's Tuggs with another moving video. Yeah. Is this move permanent? Yes. So I'm moving out of this house. We're going to be in the travel trailer. We don't know how long yet, probably for a few months. And then eventually I'll be heading to Texas. So super excited about it. It's a really nice trailer. It's a Transcend, Grand Design Transcend, if anybody wants to Google it and see what it looks like. But it looks really good. Let's see. We've got some messages here. We've got Hokies for 14-month members. Oh, 14 months. Hi, Tuggs. Glad the cat is back home. Yes, Selena is back home. She's been at the vet for the last week. They can't really figure out what's going on with her. They think it's an infection in her digestive tract. So we got sent home with antibiotics. And fingers crossed. Thank you for becoming a member for 14 months. Hokies. Let me get that. Let's see. Corey with $4.99 super chat. Oh no, who left Tuggs unsupervised again? Hashtag that unsupervised life. X-Ray Girl did, so blame her. It's all her fault. There's that one. Thank you, Corey. Crash Mondo, member for 11 months, almost a year. Yay! Thank you, Crash Mondo. Okay, I think I'm caught up there. Whoop. Hide comment. Excellent, excellent. All right, let's see. Hope the air conditioner in that beach works. Oh yeah, no, this trailer is amazing. It's got 2 units. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fun. It's nice that you're moving someplace which is cooler in the summer, like Texas. Is it cooler in the summer? It's stickier, that's for sure. Here, I'll show you guys. Let me do. Hold up for you. See, no, I don't want your stupid AI. Google, go ahoy, go ahoy. I'll show you guys. I won't show you ours exact one, obviously, because I don't have that. But there we go. So this is basically, she's a big girl. This is what the front of it looks like. I hope you guys can see that okay. This is basically, oh no, that's not it. Ours has an island. These are the new ones, I think. But ours has like an island in here. And where is it? I'm trying to find, oh, here we go. This is our layout. So we've got a sofa here, and instead of the theater seats, this actually was open, but now there's a little couch here. So I'm going to put my desk here. I'm going to see if I can make this bigger. I don't know if I can. And then you have the island in the middle and the fridge, the TV, all that. It's got a big old bed. Ours is a king bed instead of a queen. We have washer dryer set up, the closet. It's really nice. It's nice and big. So it'll be fun. It's going to be interesting with 3 cats. But yeah, that's what it is. So, hashtag that trailer life. That's going to be my new handle. I'm going to change it. I wonder if Elon will let me. I guess we'll find out. The most important question about the movie is, will that TV? Yes. Well, not in the trailer. It's going into storage, but yes, Duke has vouched for the TV. The TV and the stand are going into are going into the storage unit. He was like, no, we're keeping this. So we are not moving to Austin proper. Calm down. Somewhere in that area between Austin and Houston, though, is where we're looking. I don't know where we're going to end up eventually, like for sure, but that's our goal. So somewhere around there in that area. So not Austin proper or Houston proper, though, because your girl is sick of that city life. So when we drive, be prepared for like photos, and I may try and live stream from my car, like Jeremy and all them did, but I don't know, make it bigger. I'm at the pictures, but yeah, the TV still works. The only thing that doesn't work on it is the cable, obviously, and it doesn't have HDMI. So can move next to Reality Steve. Oh, is he out in Austin? I didn't know that. Everybody's in Austin. Okay, so I pulled some topics together. And then, excuse me, if we have time, I had somebody comment, oh my gosh, a question that I think would be interesting to go over. But we're going to start this. I don't even know. We're not going to talk about this very long because I don't want YouTube to like take us down. It's Tuggs streaming from my car where I could barely see the wheel. That's facts, actually. Did you know, fun fact, that you're supposed to be able to see your whole hood of your car? I didn't know that. Can I? No, I can't. So topics we have today. In the title says homesteading is alt-right ? Wait till we get to that topic, because I found that by accident today scrolling through the TikTokies, and my mind is just blown about how people are insane. There's also a new Bachelor coming out. B-Bean probably knows when it's dropping, maybe. They're doing a Golden Bachelor. This is not a topic, but I don't know why we went there. It's a Golden Bachelor, so like he's older. I think he's in like his 50s or 60s or something. Handsome guy. So that's going to be fun. I'm definitely watching that because I have been rooting for something different for forever. As much fun as it is to watch the 20-something-year-olds be super dramatic, like let's watch some MILFs, okay? Be dramatic. So I am excited about that. So that's going to be coming up. I would like to talk about that with X-Ray Girl, see if she wants to watch it too, and maybe we'll go back to our roots a little and talk about some Bachelor stuff. But Brahmable dropped this today. And we're gonna only talk about this a little bit because I don't want to get like taken down off of YouTube. But what is this? Brahmable dropped this link. I posted on Twitter and was like, post something that you want me to talk about, because I didn't have really anything set for topics. And I have questions. Oh, September 28th. Perfect. This is the headline. Daily Wire is just as clickbaity with the headlines, by the way, sometimes. But man, they really know how to get you. This is real. And we're going to read about it. And then we're all going to go and hug our Bibles. Okay, all of us are going to get up and go find a Bible and literally give it a hug. Because this is the end times, my friends. Are you like, okay. Emma Stone, the headline is Emma Stone's new movie about sex-crazed woman with a child's brain generates Oscar buzz. And I had questions, obviously. Like, first of all, why? What is this? So let's find out. The new movie is called Poor Things, as in like for richer or poorer, poor things. It's generating Oscar buzz despite its unique and controversial subject matter. Okay. What is the subject matter, you ask? Let me tell you. We're going to skip this part because I don't care. The sci-fi black comedy. Now, black comedy, for those of you, before you get your panties in a twist, it means dark, like it's a dark comedy. Comedy is not a word I would use here, but okay. This sci-fi black comedy is based on Alasdair Gray's 1992 novel of the same name. So this is a book, which is wild. Why? I don't know. Ian gifted 10 subs. Thank you, Ian. Hi, welcome in. I can't see that. I had to look at it. Dark. It's dark. So, it's based on Alasdair Gray's novel of the same name. It follows Emma Stone playing Bella, a Victorian woman who dies by unaliving herself, but is then brought back to life by a scientist who is also her guardian. So Frankenstein, I guess, is the theme here. Dr. Baxter, Willem Dafoe, because of course it's Willem Dafoe, revives her by implanting the brain of her unborn child into her body, which effectively makes her a child with a woman's body. So not only, okay, we're going to keep reading. Things become creepy as Bella discovers a preoccupation with sexual activity despite still having a child's mind. The story is essentially a retelling of Frankenstein, but with a heavy dose of graphic adult scenes. Because why not? Lanthimos defended the movies, I'm assuming that's the director, defended the movie's raunchiness at a press conference at the Venice Film Festival, saying, quote, sex was intrinsic to the novel and essential to demonstrating Bella's freedom. It was very important to me to not make a film that would be prudish because it would be completely betraying the main character. So we had to be confident that Emma had to have no shame about her body, nudity, and engaging in those scenes. And she understood that right away. It has a 100% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. So take that with a grain of salt, because we all just saw the article that came out about how Rotten Tomatoes like pays critics. So there's that. 100% critic score. Okay. Despite critics praising the movie, there were several people who were disturbed by the premise, as one should be. Warning, Hollywood added again with prestige kitty corn, one ex-user shared, with the body of an adult and the brain of a literal newborn. Not even, because the child was unborn. So we don't even know how old this baby was. It wasn't even born yet. She does what all newborns do. She becomes a nympho. There are graphic sex scenes between Stone playing a baby who can barely talk or walk and Mark Ruffalo. I forget, can newborns consent to sex if they're... Anyway, we're just gonna... It's supposed to come in theaters December 8th. Don't watch that. This is, first of all, how did this get approved by anybody? How did the book get approved by anybody? But holy cow. Like, geez, oh, this is insane. Anyway, don't watch this, whatever you do. And that's the darkest thing I have to talk about. And that's all we're going to talk about it, because I think we can all agree that this is not okay. How does the brain even fit? I don't know. And the fact that it's unborn, like, how old is this? Like, is it, you know what? We don't need to go into it. Really. Yes. Rotten Tomatoes, there's an article. You can find it. It's all over Twitter. It's all over social media. Or if you want to just Google it, if you Google Rotten Tomatoes, it'll pop up. It has come out that they do pay critics for certain movies. Probably this one. So, breaking news. I know all of us are shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Everybody go hug your Bibles right now. Can't even deal with it. Crash Mondo for $5. That's it. I'm not leaving the prayer closet till Jesus returns. Get me off this planet. Yeah. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. Like, also, I'm disgusted with Emma Stone for even agreeing to do this film. Why? Why? And where in your brain, adult or otherwise, do you read this script and go, this is a great idea? What? First of all, you couldn't pay me to do those kind of scenes with Mark Ruffalo anyway. So that's an automatic no. Even if I didn't even know the story beforehand, I'd be like, oh, Mark Ruffalo, no thank you. So there's that. Secondly, you got this script and you went, this is what's going to keep my career going. Girl, are you okay? Emma, for blink twice if you need help. Girl, go to therapy. I can't. Public service announcement, please do not go see that movie. I beg y'all. Don't go see it. Don't watch it. Don't even think about it. So yeah, that's the darkest topic I have today because I wanted to make a little PSA. Not that I really needed to, but I wanted to make a PSA that it was even happening so that we all avoid it completely. Shout out to Brahmable for that. Now, on to the fun stuff. She needs an exorcist. This is true. Hi, Chewy. I saw you come in, Chewy, by the way. Digimental says, sounds like Hollywood is tapping into the market more than usual. It's so brazen now. It's so wild to me. It used to be subtle and almost hidden because it was an embarrassment. And now it's like, no, doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Hi, Kenny. Brought to you by the producers of Cuties. Oh, is it? Well, I don't know if you actually looked this up or not, but that wouldn't surprise me either. Supporters are people who spend time on Jeffrey's Island. Yeah. No. Nope. So just a public service announcement. That movie is a thing. We are no longer watching anything Emma Stone does. And definitely not watching that. So hide your kids, hide your wives, hide them all from going to the theater to see that. In on-topic poor choices news. We're going to switch. Yes, I got it. I said thank you. Did you hear me, Ian? I hope so. Thank you, Ian. Again, if you didn't hear me the first time. I don't know if I can't pull it up, but thank you so much, Ian. Anybody who looks at that movie and thinks, that sounds like a great movie to see needs to check into the loony bin. Anybody that goes to see this movie in theaters should be arrested by the FBI on their way out. I'm just throwing that out there. I was packing for first day of school tomorrow and missed some stuff. Listen, Sarah, the short version is there's a new movie coming out with Emma Stone called Poor Things. Don't watch it. Don't Google it either. Let's all cleanse ourselves here. Gross. Okay, we're gonna transition now to a semi-happier topic. Happy is not the right word, but I was scrolling through TikTok, and we're not going to watch this whole video because it is 6 minutes long. We're just going to watch the first little bit of it because I fell down a rabbit hole. I was scrolling through TikTok, and I saw this video, which led me down the rabbit hole, and this is why. So we're going to play this. Hopefully you guys can hear it.
Did you know that if you want to homestead, grow your own food, bake your own bread, homeschool your kid, be less government, live off the land type of person, that is now apparently a fast track pipeline to I just came across this video of this girl talking about this creator who is now like crunchy, as they call it. And she cited this article.
Side note, I didn't know crunchy was a thing. I also fell down that rabbit hole. So apparently the word crunchy, for those of you who are out of the loop like me, describes somebody like we would think of a hippie, right? Super into the earth and like natural remedies and like spiritual things like that. I guess that's what crunchy is. I had to look that up because I've never heard that at all. And I had to find this article, which I did. So we'll go through that in a minute. Anyway, so let's continue.
I wish I was making this up. Okay. Let's just read some of this article together.
So we're going to read it together, you and I. But I watched this whole video. First of all, I had to look up crunchy because I didn't know what that means. Secondly, this article, and we're going to go into it, basically talks about if you are into the homesteading or that trad as what we call it now, trad wife movement situation, you are alt-right and contributing to supremacy. It gets worse. So this video led me down into a rabbit hole to find out about this video. And this is the original TikTok post that she's talking about. Basically the short, I'm not going to watch it with you, but the short version is this blonde girl here has a podcast called Infinite Scroll Podcast, and she's calling out a TikTok influencer. I guess her old name was like Grizz with the AMSR or something like that, and now it's Gren the Milkmaid or something. She changed her name and is now like a homesteader, and people are kind of calling her out on it because she does OnlyFans still and like all of this stuff, so she's not like a true homesteader. So that's basically the short version of this video. If you find this video, she's got like a whole series on it. It's borderline a little creepy, but you know, hey, call out people for being fake. That's fine. But what kills me is she also talks about how, like, what the first video was talking about how being a homesteader and a trad wife and like trying to grow your own food and all of this stuff is dangerous. And she's promoting basically alt-right and Caucasian supremacy and all of this stuff. And I was like, there's no way that this is real. So I pull up the article and we're going to read this together. Okay, allow ads, whatever. We are going to refresh this. There we go. And read this article together. This is written by The Atlantic. Which we already know it's going to be a beep show anyway, but let's dive in. Okay, I hope you guys have your alcoholic beverages because I absolutely could not believe the audacity. Okay. This article was written in late 2022, I think like December. That's how I just searched it on Twitter, and that was the posts, like people were tweeting it in December. So I'm guessing that's about the time the article was read. So the headline is "The Crunchy to Alt-Right Pipeline" by Kathleen Belew. You can see this photo here. I don't have to explain it to you. "Those living on the fringe of the left and the right share more in common than you think" is the subheadline. On Twitter and TikTok over the past few weeks, scores of users have become alarmed about the uncomfortable coziness between the natural food and body community, the Crunchies, and white power and militant right online spaces, or, quote, "the crunchy to alt-right pipeline." Crunchy, coined as a pop culture reference to granola, has come to refer to a wide variety of cultural practices, including avoiding additives and food dyes, declining or spacing out childhood pokes beyond what pediatricians recommend, and more extreme actions in pursuit of health, independence, and purity. Back to the land living in alternate medicines are hallmarks of, quote, crunch. Much of this subculture is benign, a declaration of anti-modernism or slow living, but this largely white cultural space shares some preoccupations with right-wing organizations which have used it for recruitment. I'm not going to subscribe to this, but you get the gist of the article, okay? I don't have to read it to you. The rest of the article from this video here, she goes into it in length, but it basically talks about how if you participate in these movements, you are following the pipeline like a horseshoe. And you start here and it recruits people here, and it's basically a cult. And if you participate in this lifestyle, you run the risk of being grouped into all of this. So we're going to watch a little bit more of this.
Okay.
Goes into
Users
depth,
have apparently become uncomfortable and alarmed by the coziness between natural food and body
you want
community.
To be a homesteader. You need a few base things: property, a plan, and a womanhood. Yeah, exactly.
Now, I'm not saying some of these words because TikTok and their algorithm, if you say certain things, your videos come down. What's interesting about this article, back to living thing, wanting less government.
Oops.
Government, wanting these hyperbolic, sounds bad to me. Okay. You don't want to put in your body whole agenda. What the other side? You have the far left.
Okay, here we go.
The crunchy lifestyle is like a horseshoe. Okay. Just visualize a horseshoe in the shape of it. and how on one side you have the far right, on the other side you have the far left, and then up top is the middle or centrist. So they talk about the balance of being crunchy, organic farming, a macrobiotic diet, anti-fluorination, and traditional midwifery. Those, if you're on one side, sound great. They're very hippie. She even talks about that, how the leftists are hippie. But if you're on the other side and you talk about these things, then you're alt-right and you're a... He talks about how you now have all of these influencers, these crunchy influencers, who are now more dangerous than men walking in the streets talking about, and how these women have more reach now, sharing, their canning videos, their homemade bread making videos.
So basically the article goes on to say that like this has become a dangerous movement and it's leading more people towards an alt-right path and it's dangerous and all of this stuff. The rest of the video, like I said, it's like 6 minutes long. The rest of the video is basically just her going over the article and is like, how is it possible that we as a society on both sides, like I think we can all agree that we don't want fake stuff in our bodies. Like how is one side okay where the other isn't? So I went back and I found again this video and I was like, there's no way, like call this girl, this get ready with me girl, whatever she was, the ASMR girl, who is a Gwen the milkmaid, that's her name. Gwen, call Gwen out if you think she's being fake. That's great. She has supposedly turned a corner and she is engaged now and she is a homesteader, the girl in the pink dress here. She is a homesteader and all this stuff and nobody is buying it. So everybody is calling her this crunchy alt-right girl. And it's so wild because
for the first several years
she moved
and then the same month
Toronto,
that she joined
and then all of a sudden she just flipped the script
moved
and like
into
her
a house
followers
in the
were
suburbs by
this is
herself,
the
and she
Gwen the
also
milkmaid
temporarily
girl.
broke
She's
up
an
with her
OnlyFans
boyfriend.
girl.
And fans say that this exact period is when they claim they noticed a change in her. So Virgo the Rachel said in a video, quote, over time, I think just around the time where she started to consider moving out of the city into the suburbs, she started to talk more about like crunchy topics. For those unfamiliar with the
I don't understand why it's called crunchy. Is it because like the hippie people and people back in the day who used to like, we don't want fluoride and anti-government and blah, 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 like all the free love, the hippie people, is that because her hair was crunchy? I mean, I know it said granola in the article, but I don't think that that's correct. I think it has something to do with the crunchy hair.
It refers to a subculture defined by the pursuit of slow living, wellness, independence, and traditional aesthetics. And the crunchy to alt-right pipeline has been documented in recent years as the rise of TikTok has brought about this new wave of crunchy influencers really infiltrating the online zeitgeist. Kathleen Belew for The Atlantic writes, the white power movement is not just men marching in the street. It's also women sharing cultural materials through social networks. Women and the cultural materials upon which they exert their most intense influence are where we can see that this is a social.
So I guess my question is like, why this article, and we didn't get to read this part because I'm not paying for her. But the quote that she's reading is directly from the article right now. I don't understand, like, what about cultures? There are cultures in Africa, there's cultures in India, there's cultures in very much like parts of Mexico where they're still borderline very tribal and they cook everything, they hunt, they do all of this stuff, they have their own gardens. Like, is that part of the same movement? Would you call that? Like, why is it that I don't know. I don't know. All right, here we go.
Movement. So this journalist argues that the crunchy subculture is a form of, quote, direct recruitment for the white power movement. It seems that Gwen started to enter this pipeline after getting back together with her boyfriend and adopting interests like homesteading and
blah, 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 blah. Her obsession with Gwen is a little creepy. I'm not going to lie. Like, she literally did a whole podcast about this girl switching, quote unquote, to homesteading and trad life and all that. Whether or not she's being real about it, that's neither here nor there. But here's the worst part. So I watched this video and I read as much as I could about this article. And then I made the mistake of going to the comments under this girl. And this is really how people, these people are like, oh my gosh, I'm invested in this. It's so funny. I used to live with a girl who grew up with her. I love cottage. This one, Lily here. Oh my God, this girl. This is the brainwashing, right? We as women have become so brainwashed and so many things, but these people are commenting. It says, Lily here comments and she says, I love cottage core and traditional aesthetics, and now I'm scared people are going to see my home and think I'm alt-right. Like, I don't understand. First of all, why are you letting people online dictate how you think about yourself? This is so wild to me. This girl was based. The only thing I want to know is where she bought her dresses. No, but seriously. And there is a few, and this is a little bit old now. It's just crazy. I have a friend focusing on her health, and I warned her about the crunchy issues, says this girl. She'd be fine, she said. I just don't understand why we as women have become so stupid. We've become so dumb. We believe these people. Oh, it's alt-right. And now I'm scared to have a cottage aesthetic in my home and to have a cow. It's so scary. Like, why? This person's hilarious. Drinking raw milk, consuming borax, anti-needle, anti-sunscreen. They are killing themselves. And for what? My guy. No. This girl's based. Why are women getting punished for trying to get their family and their babies a better life? How about we finally hold... Oh, well, she was based, but never mind. Take that back. The crunchy pipeline also goes, concern about unnatural things, impurity, blank supremacy, eugenics. Like, I don't understand where this thought process goes. I really just don't. This is so insane to me that the Atlantic thought that it was this girl that wrote this article for the Atlantic is so far in her own, what's the word? I don't even know what the word is, but she's so far brainwashed by the food industry, by our government at this point. We as people in general, we're so caught up in all of this. Like, I was at work today and I had to listen to my boss be like, well, you could be on candy and lose weight if you just, drink a lot of water. And I'm like, do you hear yourself? We have a guy at work that has been doing the keto diet since January, and he's lost 80 pounds. He went from 300 something pounds and he's now down to like 270 or whatever it is. Like, that is so impressive. And he was like, I feel great. Like, it's so easy. It's meats and cheeses and like whatever. And immediately everybody in the office was like, oh, that's not sustainable. How is he going to sustain that? This and that and the other. Good night, Sarah, and good night, Keck. That Elizabeth Juan comment. Yes, that one was based. Growing your own food. North America does it right. Alt-right. Right? Third world country does it stunning and brave. No, but seriously, that's so crazy to me. And you know that if somebody was on this side of the horseshoe, right, the left side of the horseshoe, it would be anti-establishment and all this stuff. And, oh, you're so brave and whatever. But because it's... I have no words, you guys. I have no words. Ian, for 50 pounds, crunchy alt-right sounds like a high-fiber breakfast cereal. It kind of does, doesn't it? Andrew, hi, Andrew. Member for 13 months says breathing is an alt-right pipeline. No, for real at this point. I don't understand these whole... What is the word? This whole movement of... well, I want to grow my own thing and I don't want to pay. Like, all these people are complaining about food prices and how everything is gotten so expensive, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, this is ridiculous, all of this stuff. You know who's not complaining about that? The people who are growing their own food. You know why? Because they're growing their own food. I don't understand. Like, it doesn't... It's really interesting to see how people have turned so vehemently against being natural and having natural foods in your body, foods that we ate for hundreds of years and we had zero problems. It boggles the mind. It boggles the mind. It really does. You're the descendant, right? Oh my God. Remember in Seattle, Chaz, when oh yeah, that didn't go so well for them. Mostly because they were in the middle of the city. Like, guys, that's not Listen, concrete only grows certain things. You can't eat those. All right. Don't eat them. Don't eat them. And found out that they had no idea what they were doing. Listen, I have a black thumb. I'm terrible at growing plants, so I feel it. But geez, Louiso. Libs hate women who want to settle down, get married, have kids, and be dedicated to their husbands instead of getting a corporate job and sleeping around with everyone. Listen, I have a job and it sucks. Oops. It's not fun. I'd rather be home all day, to be honest. But if they grow their own food, they will not eat the bugs, says Bill Gates. That's also, a lot of these people complaining that it's alt-right are the same people who are like, well, I eat plant food and I want to eat bugs and it's sustainable and all the stuff. Like, that's literally what we're doing, just the other way, right? We want milk and cheese and meats and, good vegetables, like maybe an avocado or something. But geez, Louisa. Hello, Steve. This is why I'm eating beef. Fair. That's fair. Don't grow bigot beasts and beepist radishes. Listen to the Papa government and eat the bugs. It just drives me bonkers. And you know what? I'm going to see if I can find even more because this just is crazy. And when you look up this article, like if you go to Twitter and you look up the Atlantic alt-right crunchy or Atlantic crunchy, you can see the tweets about it. Oh my God. And it's just a bunch of people agreeing. It's like, guys, come on. Oh, here we go. I found the original tweet. No way. Oh, here we go. Let's see what the comments say, shall we? Jesus, take the wheel. Here we go. So this is tweeted by the author back in December. Since the, quote, crunchy to alt-right pipeline is a conversation. Yeah, because you wrote an article about it, you dumb. People may be interested in the longer history of the beep power movement's investment in crunchiness. Oh, and then she goes through a whole story. Oh my God. All the way back in the 70s and 80s, beep power women in the Klan, skinhead groups, etc., Christian identity churches, and beyond were interested in a bunch of things you might think of as crunchy. I never have heard this term ever in my life. These include organic farming, macrobiotic diet, paganism, avoiding fluoride, and traditional midwifery. Someone could write a great book on whether all of this was one, genuine belief, or two, a way to recruit from the leftist fringe that was also anti-state and was very crunchy, or three, which is my bet, she says, a mix of both. The words I can't say on YouTube, the militant right, the alt-right have all been opportunistic social movements. That means they have always tacked to the prevailing cultural winds and taken advantage of whatever recruitment avenues were available. Crunch is this now, she says. However, and this is a big however, this of course does not mean that crunchiness is the same thing as being in or being vulnerable to extremism. What it is a window of opportunity being manipulated and exploited by extremists. We're extremists, you guys. I swear to God. Hi, GRP. Corey says, I swear these writers throw stuff on the wall and go with what sticks. Listen, you know why? Because they can. Because as we're about to find out, people are going to love this. Here we go. You ready? I can't wait. I'm so excited. If you're crunchy and not an extremist and feel offended by this, well, yeah, you should. It's an attempt to manipulate you into an ideology. Oh, my Lord. Oh, goodness. By request, crunchy is a cultural identity around clean food. What the definition of crunchy? Okay. Oh, all right. Here we go. Let's see all the replies. I can't wait. I'm so excited. This guy says, this is how they got my sister. She is still teetering on the edge and has not fully fallen, but I still can't get through to her. She won't listen to reason. So the only thing I'm allowed to talk to her about is family stuff. If I try to start making sense to her, she clams up. I'm so sorry to hear this, says Kathleen. Oh my God. Here we go. Chokley says, it's a purity thing, isn't it? Like how the idea of California being a place for clean, pure, healthy living was intertwined with the idea of it being a bleep supremacist haven. yes and no. See, for me, purity is like, listen, I'm just trying to find good food that's not mixed with a bunch of crap. Let's see. Unroll the thread app, blah, blah, blah. Nina says, I think you're onto something here. The crunchies and those that are sucked down conspiracy theory rabbit holes. Ooh, that's me. Can lead to the alt-right groups you reference may share in common a belief that their special knowledge, lifestyles, and identities make them superior to others. Oh my God. Now we're gaslighting. I think another effect of it is that it confuses, disorients, and even gaslights others on the left, especially liberals, because it makes them think they are interacting with allies when it's really not the case. It is the case. We are not allies politic-wise, probably, but we are allies in the sense that we don't want garbage in our bellies. Jeez, Louise, these people are beyond tough. The Texas grid has declared an emergency? Why? Is it overloaded again, Tricky? Oh my Lord. You can think the left side of the horseshoe for that one. They all have Ukrainian flags. Every single one of them. Sounds like they are just coining a phrase from that. Hi, Eldritch. Hello. Oh my gosh. All right, enough with the Unroll app already. I get it. Let's see. Thank you. Me and my family have been crunchy for a couple decades. In the last 5 years, I've seen this phenomenon in the Midwest and was disturbed by what I've always considered a passionate group of people becoming hateful beepists. The crossover might have to do with big government, big pharma, pro-war, and censorship all of a sudden being championed by the left. Now, this guy is smart. It's not the people that are shifting, it's the party. That's fair. That is very fair. He's probably not wrong on that. Let's see. What else do we got here? Perhaps an overlooked element, Ukraine flag says. Anti-urbanism. The leap from defensible to fascist critique is short, i.e. cities are loud, dirty, unsafe, immoral because they're inarguably more diverse. The negative associated. Oh, my Lord. Texas never had a problem with their power grid until they try to go green. This is actual facts. Like, that is a legit fact. Look at that. Ouch. Hello. Hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Say, look who's back from the vet. Yay. If you've watched this channel or my Twitch channel, you will recognize this kitty. She's always in my lap for streaming. She's back home. She's been at the vet for the last week. Please don't step on my keyboard, though. I know. You want to go on there. Here you go. Go ahead. Come on. I know you want to get up here. Why? I don't know, Wishmaster. You tell me. 25 minutes behind. Hi, Direwolf. There you are. Isn't there a Disney movie or show coming out that involves a teen getting impressed? Yes. Yes, there is. It's called Pauline, something like that. Yep, that's a real thing. Yep. They're kids, actually, or what she thinks is like a young boy her age, not very old. I think they're like early teens, maybe. And it turns out that he's the literal Devil. You cannot talk to others. They might have other views that the woke approve. Oh, facts. Yes, the camera hooler is back. She's back home, huh? Yeah. Can you get in my lap, though? Because you're... Here we go. Whoop. Here we go. Put your foot down. Okay. Anyway, you guys get the gist, okay? So in case, to sum up, for those of you who are just coming in, we are alt-right beep supremacists for wanting to grow our own food. You guys are more than welcome. If you have a membership to The Atlantic, you're more than welcome to read that yourself. If you would like to watch this first video that's like 6 minutes, the name on the TikTok is Girly Mama ×3. You're more than welcome to do so. If you really want to fall down a rabbit hole, if you look for Gwen the Milkmaid on TikTok, the amount of hate that girl has gotten, it's borderline obsessive. It's a little creepy. So yeah, so we're crunchy and everybody hates us. Apparently this is a thing. If you have a membership to The Atlantic, what is wrong with you? Listen, I don't know how to do, I know there used to be a website where you could like read things. I don't know what it's called. Hokies might know. Hokies might know. Where you can read these articles without having to pay. And I can't remember the name of the website, but there's also an article on Harvard Politics about it from 2021. History News Network also wrote about it. From crunchy counterculture to alt-right, what is the path? Oh, guys, listen, for those of you who are on the other side, I promise you we agree on this particular thing. We agree that we should not be having fluoride. We should not be having corn syrup. Like, I get it. We're here with you, my fellow hippies, okay? Jeez, oh. Sane people listen to the lefties and take them by their words and actions. Left uses their own thoughts and says other people think it. I just don't understand why. And listen, you'll notice how everything I read targets the women because we're so easily brainwashed. We're kind of dumb, honestly, as a gender. Like, I love being a woman and all, but hot dang, y'all, jeez Louise, can we please use brain cells clear and just put our heads together here and maybe think about how we're going about this stuff, because there is no logical reason at all for us to let people on the internet tell us that we can't decorate our houses in cottage core whatever because it may be alt-right. Like, why it must be a buzzword. I can't tell. I can't even. My brain hurts. I'm so tired. These people are crazy. Oh my God. $5 from Mondo says archive today. Oh, is that the website? Oh, okay. There we go. Archive today. For those of you who want to read the whole thing without paywalling. Andrew Mathers for 5 British pounds. Tuggs, you were a clone of a man who now identifies as a woman. If so, I have a game for you. Oh, no. Listen, this is not that type of channel. This may be something that we talk about. Maybe I'll go live on my YouTube. But the As rant on that, if you haven't seen it yet, is glorious. It's absolutely glorious. Watching a bit of Pearly Things recently. I know it was a little harsh, but we are really kind of dumb. Okay, stop letting people on the internet tell you that your cute cottage decor is. Why? Why would you think that? It's a cottage. It's adorable. As a girl, I like cottage decor. It's so cute. And you are a female too, which is why you did your house in cottage core. What? We like the girly things. It's okay. It doesn't make you alt-right. It doesn't make you left-right. It doesn't make you chill out. Why does everything have to be political? I did see the Perry Chan. Yeah, he needs a Grammy for that one. That was pretty good. Hi, John. I kept looking for the notification, but nothing. Oh, no, really? Listen, this is what happens when it wouldn't be a Tuggs stream if I wasn't having problems. Thank you, Andrew. We need as and poor choices. What would we talk about, I wonder? Should we talk about, what would we talk about? I don't even know what we would talk about. I haven't really interacted with as much, which is a bummer. I would like to interact with him more, to be honest. Okay, let's get off that stupid topic. I wanted your guys' opinions on this. Tuggs, women are dumb. We really are. Listen, I don't mean that in like a negative way. I just mean that we're kind of not all there, especially now. There's been just so much craziness with women over the last, we'll call it 50 years specifically. We're all over the place. Our hormones are being controlled by drugs, which is also never a good thing. We're getting fed bullcrap 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's just all bad. It's just all not good. And I don't know why we're so easily brainwashed, I guess. I don't know. It's probably because we're so emotional. You know, I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. It's just so sad to me. Like, stop. I was reading those comments on that TikTok, like, just because you've dressed your house in cute decor does not make you. Please use your brains, ladies. I beg you. I beg you. Who cares? We just want to see you rant together. As does Need a Girlfriend. He probably would treat his girlfriend so nice, his woman so nice. Okay, next topic. I wanted your opinion because we got a lot of males in here. I wanted your guys' opinion on this. So Rollo Tomasi, love him, hate him. That's a whole different topic that we could go over. But Rollo Tomasi last night, or maybe early this morning, it doesn't really matter, posted these photos of our Snow White, by the way, Rachel Ziegler. This is Rachel Ziegler, fun fact. With this collage of photos. This caption here, for those of you who can't see it, on the big photo says, "Respect women today and every day." I want to say she posted that after the backlash for all her Snow White comments, but I could be wrong. Anywho, Rollo Tomasi posted this collage and he said, "What makes women respectable?" Question mark. We'll get to that crap storm in a second. But Chrissy Mayer, we all know her. We love her. Quote tweeted it and said, "Many women are afraid of getting hurt by men, so they put up a tough front. This is a good example of performative strength that feminists think is cool and men interpret as someone looking to fight and obnoxious." Are they filming the new Fast and Furious in my neighborhood? Jeez, oh, did you guys hear that? Holy cow. Anyway, when women put out this type of male combativeness, they will get it back in return from men. Now, that is facts. I do agree with that. It's so important for women to retain our baseline feminine qualities as not to repel everyone and everything around us, not just men, but friends, opportunities, etc. Do not be led by fear. Did you guys hear that? Holy cannoli. Oh, they're back. My Uber's here. I'll be back. New car racing. I know. Listen, when you live in certain areas of a city, things never change. It's the 90s, the Honda CR-Vs with the bass and the vroom vrooms. I can't. Completely lost my train of thought now. Anyway, so Chrissy is basically saying here that the reason that a lot of women put up this front is because we've been, again, brainwashed pretty much into thinking that being a tough, strong woman is to have this callous, I don't care attitude, combative attitude. And I personally, as a girl, completely agree with her. Every strong, quote unquote, strong, independent women in modern day, I'd probably say about the last 15 years or so, has been like this fight back and bow up and, oh, I'm so tough. I don't care. I can do this and I can act this way. And yeah, I don't care. I'm tough. And that's not what a strong woman is. Like, we're strong in our own way. It's so wild. Like, our baseline feminine qualities are strength. Like, the way we can hold up a household or hold up the people around us, lift up the people around us just by being us is what strength is. And so I wanted to get your guys' thought on that because I thought that was an interesting take from Chrissy, a based interesting take that I'm going to like right now because I forgot to like it earlier. Let's go through the replies here. Let's see. Middle-aged baby says, "This is basically every strong female character in movies and TV at this point." Exactly. It's the assumption that strength is mostly considered maleness, completely ignoring what had traditionally made women strong. It's amazing to watch it in real time. I don't know if I'd say it's amazing, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Tough men and women do not need to show it. They do not feel the need to prove it. Exactly. Evie replies with, "I don't know. Is a woman never allowed to give someone the middle finger?" And Chrissy said, "Only when someone cuts you off in traffic." Oh, that's fair. So we counter argument here, and this will be an interesting thing. I want to hear from you guys. Alexander says he disagrees. "This is simply a classless, entitled woman. Has nothing to do with putting up a front. She is showing you exactly who she is." Also fair. I feel like that's also fair. Now, of course, we don't know her personally. We're just peasants in the real world. She's a big Hollywood actress. But this could be her actual personality. I mean, the movement now is be yourself. So it could be. We don't know her personally, so I cannot attest to that. I think Chrissy is right here as well. I think they both might be right. People will show you who they are. So it could be a little bit of both. She may be feeling a little untouchable because she's the Disney casting. But yeah. Let's see. I was hoping Rollo quote tweeted her back, but he did not. No. Okay. What do you guys think? Hollywood today, women need to act like men to be taken seriously. Men need to wear dresses. Right? So what is it? Do we act like men? Or do we make men act like women, but then women are acting like men? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But I do think Chrissy has a good point here about the portrayal of women over the last, again, like 15 years at least, probably more, but I would say at a minimum 15 years. Every single one is portrayed as this like brash, in your face, just manly type of woman. And then it's like, oh, well, I don't understand why I'm single and this, that, the other. It's like, girl, you come off as a raging bee. Like, chill out. Twitter knows Tuggs. Oh, yeah, my convicting a murderer. That's because I set a reminder. We'll see what Candace Owens has to say. I'm very interested to see that. Great way to represent a character from a classic fairy tale. Post pictures of yourself yelling F you. I know, right? Listen, I'm going to give you guys a little insider information, by the way. So when I worked for Disney World back in 2008, if you made a post like this, if you were a face character, so if she was the Snow White in the Disney parks and she acted like this, she would have been fired from the Disney parks as a character. I saw princesses get fired for less. For less. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He gifted 10 memberships again? Oh my gosh, he did. Ian! I got a membership on my own channel. Thanks, Ian. Oh, Ian, thank you so much for another 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to navigate like this multiple tabs thing. It's going weirdly. Thank you, Hokies, for telling me. Thank you. They've got Twerking Goofy now. God, I don't even know anymore, to be honest. I don't even know. But I just remember when I worked for Disney in 2008, like we had, like, you couldn't have your nails super long. We had to keep our hair a natural color. No crazy jewelry, no crazy makeup. The princesses, the actors or the cast members that played the princesses had like the highest of standards. And there were different princesses. You had your parade princesses, you had your show princesses, like the ones that are on the stages and stuff in the shows. And then you had your face characters, your meet and greet princesses. And they were all held to such a high standard. It was wild. It was wild. There was a princess, a Cinderella, that got fired because she went to a club and like acted a fool and like posted photos of herself like drinking and all that stuff. Like Disney back in the day would literally like crack down on that kind of behavior. It was wild. It's just interesting and kind of heartbreaking, in my opinion, to see like where they've changed their standards. Like when I checked in last year I'd stayed in Disney Resort for one of the races I was doing. I did a half marathon last April, and this guy had a full on like beard. He looked ridiculous. He looked absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry, he did. And it's just, I don't know. Anyway. So my point was, if she had acted like this as a face princess at the Disney park, she would have been fired. Absolutely fired. Completely fired. So she needs to chill out. I'm trying to see if there's anybody that responded pretty. No. Oh, what's this one? Oh, I cannot even read that. Oh, it's a Disney stock crashing. Yeah, well, that makes sense. I don't know. I prefer if Snow White was played by a snow bunny. Hi, Packets. Disney, you have no personal life. You belong to us now. Well, I mean, yeah. Because, okay, so when we got hired, and agree or disagree, but when we got hired, we were told that we were part of the show, right? So that's why they're called cast members. We're not called employees, we're called cast members, because Disney as a whole was like a show, and we were constantly on stage. So your behavior outside, and I think this is true for most, I don't know about now, but even when I worked at the Venetian here in Las Vegas, like, you represented the company. If you were acting a fool and you were like, I work at the Venetian, blah, 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 like, you could get in serious trouble. If you were acting a fool and people knew that you worked with a company and you were acting a fool somewhere and word got back to your managers or corporate, like, you were in trouble. Same thing with Disney. So if you were a cast member, like, yeah, you had your personal life, and we all, what the heck? We all went out and had fun. I'm moving too fast. We all went out and had fun and partied. But if you danced topless on the bar, or you recorded a video and posted it, social media was just barely a thing back in 2008. But if you posted it on your Facebook and was like acting a fool, and somebody showed that to your supervisor, like, you were in trouble. And so you had to represent the company, especially as a face character like that, the princesses specifically, because they represent the goodness of the princesses, the morality of the princesses. Like, you were in that role to a certain extent outside of work hours as well. And they would crack down. Now you can do whatever. It's so wild to me that just in, I don't know, 10, 12 short years, like, it flipped that quickly. Like, we had strict, not like, oh, I can't function in society strict, but you were a representative of that company. And if you represented that company poorly, you were gone. That's just the bottom line. That's it. Period. End of story. I did not get in trouble. I liked working for Disney. I did not want to get fired. Let's see. Disney stock is tanking. Disney used to have standards. They had the highest of standards. I'm telling you, like, if you Google it, I don't know how far you'll have to fall down that rabbit hole, but Disney's standards were top dog. There are companies out there today that use Disney's, that would literally hire Disney representatives and be like, show me like your standard model or whatever. And they would base their model off of Disney's because it was so good. You could work at Disney and get hired in their corporate and get hired anywhere in the world because they knew you had Disney on your resume. Depending on what you did, you had Disney on your resume, and immediately people knew that you were a hard worker, you were not a bullshitter, that you showed up to work on time, like all this stuff. Like, people knew because you had to go through all that training and everything and whatnot. Like, even as a cashier, like, I had those standards too. If they had seen me even as a cashier, they would have been like, bye. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's how Disney used to be back then. It just was a different time. I emphasize there, and I miss it. I really do. And you can tell that, yeah, it's fun to wear your blue hair to work, but you can see, for those of you who even still go to Disney or hear about it from people that do, like, the morale, the cast morale is so bad. And I think that has a lot to do with it. There's no structure anymore. It's chaos. They don't make anything. There's hardly any people at the parks. It's just wild. Being Gaston. Well, where'd you go? I had to shave every day. Yes, men had to be clean shaven. If you had an allergy, then you could have like a super close, like, it had to be super close trim though, beard, and that was it. And they would put you somewhere specific usually, like you could get away with it, like in Frontierland or whatever. They would probably put you there. But yeah, you had to shave every day. Men had to shave every day. We all had to keep our face, like, right now my fingernails are too long. And this is just growth because my nail lady's been out on vacation for the last 2 weeks. My nails are too long. My hair would be okay this color, but like if I wanted to dye it red, I had to make sure that it was like a natural looking red, not like an Ariel red. What else? Hygiene. We couldn't wear like dangly earrings or anything like that. This jewelry is okay. Subtle. The cross, I know I could wear a cross. But yeah, so that's what happens, right? When you cater to everybody. And now everybody just looks so ridiculous. When I was there, they started to allow mustaches. Oh yeah, I think we could do the men could do mustaches when I was there in 2008. I think you're right. Well, maybe. I don't remember now. It's been so long. I don't remember. Women have been manipulated to be strong, not to rely on men as much, and have it that easier to divorce. Women's strength is safeguarding and nurturing. Yes, exactly. Agreed. Direwolf. Agreed. Hi, Phil. Welcome in. Okay. So I posted this morning. Where is this? Aha, there it is. We're going to start to wind down a little. My voice is going out. I'm not used to this. I posted this morning on my Twitter and asked if anybody had any topics. And Chris had a question. And I would love I don't know how to do a poll. Wait, do I know how to do a poll? Can I do a poll? Let's see. See if I can do it like, nope. It's not like Twitch. I don't know how to do a poll. Dang it. Let's see. Backgrounds aren't visible. No, I don't know how X-Ray Girl does this. I gotta learn more. It doesn't matter. But Chris had a question, and this is how we're gonna end this. Is having your spouse putting a tracker on your cell phone considered trustworthy? My thought process on this is it actually depends on the reason. Oh, well, thanks, DJ. A tracker, I think, is a little excessive, but Duke and I have our location services on, so I guess technically that's me tracking him. Krista knows how to. Steve the YouTube does not let mods do it. Yeah, that's a little weird. I agree, Hokies. I don't know how X-Ray Girl does it either, but we'll figure it out later. A tracker on your cell phone, I'm assuming he means like my location status, that's what I'm assuming. If he's not meaning that, then yeah, I would think that putting like an Apple tag or like an actual tracker on your phone is probably suspicious. I don't know that I would like that. That being said, Duke and I do have our locations on for each other. I get to kind of watch him when he's at work because he's an EMT, kind of go around the city. It's kind of fun. And he'll check and make sure, I'm on the road and everything's okay, like driving home from work. I don't think that that's a problem. Personally, I'm interested in hearing your guys' thoughts. I don't think it's a problem personally, as long as you're in a good relationship and both of you know that that's happening and you know that they can see what you're doing, kind of thing. If the other person doesn't know, then yeah, that's bad. And if it's an actual tracker that also, you might be dating like a Russian KGB agent, I would be careful. Or a member of the CIA or something. The government doesn't trust anybody and they track everyone. Ooh, that's fair, Digimental. That is fair. That's a good point. That's a very good point. What about an ankle lock? I think that that's probably excessive, Nick. I could be wrong. But I think that's maybe a little excessive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Are you rich or famous? Then what? Demining? I'm gonna need you to try that again, Andrew. A what? If it's not done without the other person knowing, it's not good. Yeah. Glowies. Hi, Blue. I don't know what a glowy is. Demanding. Okay. Are you rich or famous? If no, then demanding a tracker is weird. It says wired, but I know that he means weird. Turn this down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I would have to agree. Chris, I don't know if you're watching. I don't know if you're watching, but yeah, putting a tracker on your phone is probably a little weird. If it's a Find My iPhone or a My Location and the both of you know it's happening and you're healthy and you're okay with it, not weird. But an actual like little bug, probably a little weird. Yeah. We're spilling Disney secrets in the chat. I see you. I have stories. Actually, Mickey and Minnie are women mostly, because they're high requirement. I think that at the time, the tallest you could be is 5 feet. So everybody, Mickey and Minnie are usually both girls. Fun fact, because not very many men are that short. The parade Mickey and Minnie's are a little taller. I think I can be, God, it's been so long. I think I can be a parade Mickey and Minnie because they have to be able to see you. So a little bit taller. The princesses are usually about 5'7" and between 5'6" and 5'9", depending on the princess, something like that. And depending on what the princess is for, again, parade princesses are different. We could talk about this all night. Okay. The Disney secrets. Maybe I'll do that on my channel. That'll be fun. Let's see. Tara says tracking is okay. Let your significant other know a tracker is on their phone and can be checked anytime. Yeah, that's definitely a conversation that you guys need to have with each other. Because if you don't tell them or they don't tell you and you find out, that's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. So, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with having your find my location or whatever on. Share your location. No big. Deranged Lunatic for $1.99. Thank you. Rachel Ziegler is more snowflake than Snow White. She really is. I want to talk about this at some point too. This is not the time or place for it, but I made a tweet that went viral about her and we got to talk about it at some point. But yeah, let me see if I missed anything here. I don't think so. Blue hair is too mainstream for real. Everybody's got blue hair. It's boring. Golly. All right. Well, it's been an hour, a little over an hour and 12 minutes. I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. The donations, again, I tried to get into the Streamlab donation and it needed X-Ray Girl's like verification. And she's in London, so she's probably asleep. So next week, whether it's the both of us or if it's just X-Ray Girl by herself, I'll make sure that she reads if there were any donations. I'm so sorry. Please be patient. I needed the access. I did not get it this time around, but I figured out how to do it. So we'll work on it. But yeah, it's been a good hour. I hope I didn't talk as fast as I did last time. I tried to slow it down. Don't forget to grow your own food, buy a cow or two, and make everybody mad. Also, ladies, stop taking pictures with your middle finger out. All right. We're grown-ups now. It's not funny anymore. Okay. We're grown-ups. Mountain Mutt for our last super chat. Hey, Tuggs, just want to say thank you for a fun stream. You're welcome. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate everybody. As always, links and everything are in the description. You're welcome to catch the playback. I'm going to leave this up, obviously. And I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday night. Thank you for hanging out. Great stream. Thank you. No, she's in the UK, Colton. Like she's overseas, hanging out with Critical Drinker. Jealous. D-Day Darewolves laughing at me. She has a go live stream for the last 5 hours. Uh-oh. UK problems. Yeah, so I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Where's my thing? Thank you all so much for your donations or your super chats. I almost said bits. This is not Twitch. For your super chats and for hanging out with me. And as always, I hope you guys make poor choices safely and smartly. I don't have bail money, so don't get arrested. And I will catch you all next time. Love you guys. Bye.